Manchester United are 13th. 13th. And the transfer news for them this month hasn't been the most promising for incomings. Departure stories have surrounded Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford to multiple European clubs, Anthony to Betis, etc, etc. But incoming wise, there's not been much fuss, other than 20-year-old Danish talent Patrick Dorgu. Dorgu plays in Italy for Serie A strugglers Lecce, where he's enjoying his second full senior season in football. He's made 4 appearances for his country and is highly linked with a move away to Ruben Amorim's Sorrow side. In this video, I'll be taking a look at who he is, his player profile, his strengths, his weaknesses, what he would offer to Ruben Amorim, and is he worth the 40 million price tag the Italian side demands? Let's take a look. So Patrick Dorgu's an energetic, athletic, powerful, speedy young player who plays pretty much everywhere if it's out wide. For Lecce this season, he's played left back, right back, left midfield and right midfield. You could probably interpret from that he's two-footed and very versatile. And you'd be right. He shares his qualities in both going forward and defensively like most fullbacks in the modern day era, with 5 goals scored in 2 seasons in Italy. So let's just dive straight into his game and take a look at his skill set and what he's all about. Let's start with what he's good at. To summarise, low driven crosses, aerial duels, dribbling, ball retention, cutting out passing lanes, recoveries, physicality and being a final third threat. Now let me expand on that. Dorgu with the ball at his feet running forwards brings a lot of pace and power to a team. His ball carrying for me is highly impressive as he can cover a good distance when taking it up the pitch. When he's up the pitch, he shares an unpredictability that many wide players for me should have. The unpredictability of going either way. Due to his ability to use both feet, he can cut inside and cross, pass or shoot, or also use his stronger left foot in taking it down to the byline to cross. This is sometimes quite a rare trait for even wingers in modern day football to have, as it seems everybody is just cutting inside. But for a fullback it's even more rare. When he's crossing, he prefers a low driven cross to a striker or a man at the back post, often striking it with a fair bit of power that matches the intensity of which he moves at. And when he's shooting, he looks to cut inside and put some real power and finesse through it into the top corner. Dorgu with the ball dribbling is a tricky player due to his quick feet and physicality. If he's receiving the ball in the half turn, then he throws his body into his man, creating the space for him to drive forward with. Having that physicality is all well and good, but Dorgu uses it very well. He rides off challenges like it's nothing, but knows when to buy a foul and to go down, as he ranks high for fouls drawn per 90. He can escape tight spaces pretty well, retaining possession, and his usual move is to put his back into his opponent in wide space, close to the touchline before shifting his body across to look for an escaping pass forward. So he either escapes or wins a throw-in, which is a win-win scenario for as long as he doesn't make a bad pass. When analysing defensively, he cuts out pieces of play pretty well. A pass could be threaded through within his proximity and he'll jump straight into action to cut it out. He anticipates really well here as he kills a lot of moves before they've even started and capitalises on sloppy passes from the opposition. So I think in a better side this would leave and generate more high turnovers and more useful ones. Another defensive note to make is aerially he's pretty sound. He's 6'2", strong, physical, so in theory that would be expected. But there's plenty of fullbacks that struggle here, in particular defending crosses into the back post or corners. But Dorgu doesn't. He gets a strong head to the ball and when clearing the ball is safe all round. I'd love to tell you he's a big aerial threat when attacking, maybe on corners or late runs, but I don't think he is too much. He has scored a goal from making a run back post, but it's one thing just heading it clear and another when actually trying to direct it towards the goal. A worry that many people have surrounding fullbacks and even wingbacks nowadays is how they defend in transition. Do they recover the distance in enough time? Is their flank exposed often? Do they take 3 to 4 working days to get back? For Dorgu, he recovers that distance in quick time without being too erratic, as his defending in full speed and urgency in recovery for me is top. But that leads me to his weaknesses, because the reason he's chasing back in the first place is sometimes because of his 1v1 defending initially. He's only 20 with only 2 seasons of senior football under his belt, so it's understandable. He's raw, and if he does go United, he'll have the protection of a back 5. But it's something to note against top Premier League wingers. Overall, his timing is just off. For somebody who's so good at anticipating pass and build-up, he struggles at timing his tackles, when to dive in, sometimes being overly aggressive or static, and too naive. Naive is probably the best way to describe it. When a physical tussle comes into a 1v1, he'll sometimes commit too far one way, making it very easy for the winger just to simply turn. At times he's strong and monstrous, but it's too inconsistent as of right now, and against Premier League wingers this could be exploited, which is why he'll need quality cover from Alejandro at left centre back. Another weakness I found is consistency in his passing. He can hit a good left-footed diagonal. He can make some cute passes into central players that I can envision him doing the same at Manchester United to those interior players, but a lot of passes are poorly weighted, often far too much weight and power generated onto the pass. So when he's looking to find runners with a threaded ball into space, it'll end up out of play or into the goalkeeper. And if he's passing to a teammate forwards, then sometimes there's just too much on the pass, making it very difficult for the player receiving it. He's comfortable receiving the ball, he looks natural, it's just his execution that's off, which I think can be improved with more game time, more and better coaching. I think his crosses, when they need power and pace, are great. When there's more distance between him and the runner, where the ball needs a little bit more height, then that's when, again, it's inconsistent. He ranks low at accurate crosses per 90 at 0.46. The ball will just be too close to the keeper, or spend far too long in the air, or his accuracy is just way off. If he starts nailing his ball striking a little bit better, then he becomes a much more dangerous creative asset, which makes him a very dangerous wing-back going forward. Now let's add Manchester United into the mix. Dorgu brings the pace and power and energy in the left wing-back role that United so desperately need. Dello, I don't think he shares the ability with his left foot on his cross and slows the play down too much with him being right-footed. He doesn't have the intensity to be that left wing-back. Somebody like Dorgu does. But in my opinion, he's raw, he's inexperienced. I don't think he's ready to be the starting left wing-back for Manchester United. He isn't the complete answer for Amorim's woes as of yet. He's ready to be a backup, sure, but for 40 million I really don't think United have the money or time to spend that on a backup alternative. Lecce is right to demand that fee. He's their player, it's mid-season on a 5-year deal. If it was 20 to 25 million though, I'd be a huge advocate, but it's not. And United need somebody who can deliver now, and not to throw someone like Dorgu right in the deep end, which they've done a little bit with Lenny Yolo. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash a like and subscribe to the channel. What do you think of Patrick Dorgu? Should Manchester United sign him? Should they opt for elsewhere? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.